So for inlet, I defined a function. If I come to this section, I have some experimental data for a tracer that injected to the reactor in the lab. So it is time and it is concentration. I put them from Excel directly. So first I transferred the Excel to text file, and then I defined the text file for this uh, function. So I have this function, and after so it is a function that if I plot that, it is the function that I have based on experimental information. So it is kind of pulse function, and the concentration would be increased in short time and then would decrease after 50 I think it is second or minutes anyway, and it would decrease. So after running, it is kind of velocity profile for different times. If I click on that, I can see that the velocity profile. And the important point is because we have pulse media, the velocity is kind of uniform, not the exact uniform, but more uniform than the free domains. But in pulse media domains, your system is totally uniform velocity. If you see there is no intense velocity profile in your reactor. For pressure drop, we have this pressure drop alongside of our reactor. The pressure drop is for example this time it is 3.32 multiplied times with 10 times 3 Pascal. It is a velocity profile in 3D dimension, because we solved it in 2 dimension and we don't have any gradient in theta direction, so we can rotate that in this direction. It is the concentration. If we click on it, if you see there is a movement of tracer. If you remember, I defined that as a pulse function that we calculated with experimental information from lab. So after a time, you see there is expansion in this direction, and the domain that we have tracer are increasing relatively. It is because we have axial mass transfer. If we had a ideal plug reactor or plug system, there was no axial mass transfer, but in real models and in lab, if we inject a ideal pulse, the outlet would be like a Gaussian pulse. It's an important point that some people use to calculate on ideality of reactors. So it is concentration, 3D concentration, but for evaluation it is better for using this to this. So it is a concentration profile. Also it is our inlet, and it is the outlet, the concentration alongside of reactor, in the middle of the reactor. As you see, the pulse are moving toward outlet of reactor by time, by increasing the time. This example is kind of neutral tracer injected for just investigating the behavior of reactor. But if we have a reaction, we can define reaction. We can have adsorption also, and it's not a big deal for defining this kind of phenomena in our system.